Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te has called a meeting of the heads of all 5 branches of government. This is the first time that talks like this have been called by the president, and it comes as Lai faces an increasingly hostile political situation. Rick Glauert is live outside the presidential office. Rick, what do we know about this meeting?
So in just over an hour, Lai will be welcoming the heads of Taiwan's 5 branches of government here to the presidential office, including the judiciary and the legislature, for a meeting to address what the presidential office is saying are serious challenges posed by the current economic and political situation at home and abroad. The big problem that Lai is facing is a political deadlock between his cabinet, which is run by the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or the DPP, and the legislature, where the main opposition party, the Kuomintang or KMT, along with another smaller opposition party, have the majority. And a key attendee of today's meeting will be the leader of the legislature, a KMT lawmaker called Han Kuo-yu. There's a huge amount of bad blood between Taiwan's 2 major political parties, and the legislature has really been going after Lai's government. They've been smacking down DPP bills, they've been putting through reforms that give more power to the legislature, more oversight over the executive branch, and crucially, they've also stripped much of the central budget of the government, the central government budget. Now, Lai says this in particular will cripple Taiwan internationally. He's worried about defense spending that he says he needs to counter China, which of course claims Taiwan as part of its sovereign territory. Now, in a sign of just what a critical moment this is for Lai, this is actually the first time that a Taiwan president has called a meeting like this, a rare occasion where the 5 usually separate branches of the government will be together.
Rick, given that bad blood you mentioned, how likely is this meeting to resolve the political crisis?
Well, it's going to be incredibly hard for Lai to bridge that political divide. Taiwan's 2 major political parties fundamentally disagree on one of Taiwan's big issues. That's how to deal with China. The ruling Democratic Progressive Party wants to keep China at arm's length, whilst the opposition Kuomintang, KMT, they prefer closer ties with Beijing. It's also going to be hard for Lai to stem escalating political hostilities. There's already been fights inside the legislature, protests and counter-protests on the street, and court battles. Significantly, there's also been bids to recall the lawmakers from different sides. The DPP wants to rebalance the power inside the legislature, so it's launched petitions to recall KMT lawmakers. More than 20 KMT lawmakers face losing their seats. But at this meeting in the presidential office here, Lai will be looking to make some ground when it comes to that government budget, as he says that is an existential crisis for Taiwan.